So this is chapter 17 as we continue on with the life at times of our king. The king of the Jews is below all the Jews. That means all of the mistakes that the Jewish people make, they fall on the shoulders of the king. It is the king's job to bring us back, to elevate us, to bring us out of the darkness, to give us hope. In a world where we know that we're not going to live forever, in a world that we can't keep, yet he's able to teach us how to reach beyond that. And you see, as I said, the schmutz of his own life. And we all have this. We all have things which are unpleasant and dirty in our lives. We need to clean them up, and we need to rise beyond them and continue on while this is still going on around us. This is chapter 17. Achitofel told Avshalom, "Let me please choose 12,000 men, and I will arise and chase after David tonight. I will come upon him while he is exhausted and weak-handed. I will frighten him so that all the people who are with him will flee, and I will strike down only the king. Then I will return all the people to you. When everyone will have returned, the man whom you are seeking will be dead, and all your people will be at peace." This proposal was proper in the eyes of Avshalom and the eyes of all the elders of Israel. They're going to go out and kill the king, that is King David. Avshalom then said, "Call now Hushai the Archite. Also, let us also hear what he says." So Hushai came up to Avshalom. Avshalom said to him, saying, "In this manner has Achitophel spoken. Shall we follow his word? If not, then you speak up." Hushai said to Avshalom, "This time the advice that Achitophel suggested is not good." Hushai said, "You know your father and his men, that they are mighty men, and that they are all as embittered as bereaved bear in the field." In other words, they're like a wild bear. "Your father is a skilled warrior. He will not sleep with the people. Behold, he is now hiding in one of the pits or in one of the other hiding places. When the first soldiers fall, whoever hears will say, 'There has been a calamity among the people who are with Avshalom.' Even if someone is a valiant man whose heart is like a lion's heart, it will certainly melt. For all of Israel knows that your father is a mighty man, as are all the soldiers who are with him. I would suggest that all of Israel should be gathered unto you, from Dan to Beersheba, numerous as the sand upon the sea, and you shall personally lead the battle. Then we will come upon him in one of the places where he is hiding, and descend upon him as the dew falls upon the earth, and there will not be even one person left of him, all the men who are with him. And if he will be brought into a city, all of Israel will muster battalions to that city, and he will drag its walls to the ravine until not even a pebble will be found there." Avshalom and all the men of Israel said, "Hushai the Archite suggested a suggestion is better than Achitophel's suggestion. For Hashem had ordained to nullify the good advice of Achitophel, in order for Hashem to bring a calamity upon Avshalom." I want to read this sentence again, so I want to point out something important. It says God doesn't talk to men like men talk to men. A man can learn to look at reality and see what's going on, because what happens is the hand of God. So Avshalom and all the men of Israel said, "Hushai the Archite suggestion is better than Achitophel's suggestion." And he says like this, "For Hashem had ordained it was to be. That is an aspect of Hashem. What is? To nullify the good advice of Achitofel in order for Hashem to bring a calamity upon Avshalom. Let's go on. Hushai then told Sadok and Abiathar the Kohanim, such and such has Achitofel advised Avshalom and the elders of Israel, and such I myself advise. So now send quickly and tell David, saying, do not spend the night in the plains of the wilderness, but you must cross over the Jordan, lest the king, along with all the people who are with him, be swallowed up. Yonatan and Ahimaaz are staying in Ein Rogel. Let the maidservant go and tell them, so that they may go and tell King David, for they will not be observed entering the city. They will not be observed entering the city. But a youth saw them, and he told Avshalom. So they both left quickly and came to the house of a man in Bahurim. He had a well in his courtyard, in which they descended. His wife took a curtain and spread it over the opening of the well, and she scattered some crushed groats upon it, so that nothing could have been suspected. When Avshalom's servants came to the woman into the house and said, where are the Ahimaaz and Yonatan? The woman said to them, they crossed the body of water. They searched but could not find them, so they returned to Jerusalem. It happened that after their departure, that they ascended from the well, and they went and told King David. They said to David, arise and quickly cross the water, for such as has Achitophel advised concerning you. So David arose along with all the people who were with him, this whole caravan, and they crossed the Jordan River. By morning's light, not one person was missing who had not crossed the Jordan. When Achitophel saw that his advice was not carried out, now that's back because Hushai had taken over his advice. When Achitophel saw that his advice was not carried out, he saddled the donkey and arose and went to his house, to his city. He instructed his family and strangled himself. He died and was buried in his father's grave. Wow. David arrived at Mahanaim. Avshalom crossed the Jordan, he and every man of Israel with him. Avshalom appointed Amasa over the army in place of Yoab. Amasa was the son of a man named Itra, the Israelite, who consorted with Abigail, the daughter of Nahash, the sister of Yoab's mother Zeruiah. Israel and Avshalom encamped in the land of Gilad. It happened that when David came to Mahanaim, Shobi, the son of Nahash, from Rabbah, the capital of the children of Ammon, and Machir, son of Amiel, from Lo Debar, and Barzillai of Gilad from Roglim, took bedding. I guess they bedded for the night. No, he says no. Took bedding, bulls, pottery, wheat, barley, flour, toasted grain, beans, lentils, toasted legumes, honey, butter, sheep, cows, cheeses, and they brought them to David and to the people with him to eat. For they said, the people are hungry and exhausted, thirsty in the desert. So we've been listening to the story of our king, King David. The problems in his own family, the problems outside of the country itself, but inside. This is our king. We'll learn more. This is Baruch Fleischman. This is the Tikkun Elevator Call.